Reyes. I am working for Texans Recovery Together. I work as an outreach worker, working with individuals who have been affected directly or indirectly by COVID-19.
And hi, I'm Juan Rios. I'm an outreach worker as well with the crisis counseling program, Texans Recovering Together. And we're here to talk about workplace stress management. And I'm gonna go ahead and start with asking Puri some questions. Puri,
Yes, Juan.
how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Well, this new norm, I'm trying to adapt. It is not easy, but I'm trying.
Yes, I agree. So, how has work been as far as stress management with your clients or with what you're seeing?
Well, it is different because having to work from home, having not just only me adapting, it's also my family who share the home with me, including my dog. She has to readapt, and so it is different, but it's doable. It is, as long as you want to do your job, you need to reach out to people, you can do it. I'm on the phone quite a lot, trying to talk to people. Sometimes you hear really, really sad stories. Sometimes people are upset. So sometimes our job can be as a punching bag. And luckily we're equipped emotionally to do that. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm truly, truly enjoying my job.
Great. So, it seems like there's a lot of stress involved in your position.
It is.
How would you describe stress? How would you?
Stress can be affecting people different ways. There is a type of stress that is positive because it will push you to do things better. But then there is that stress that people don't manage. And that stress can harm the person. Harm because it can be violent towards others, can lead for people to start self-medicating, can lead to people to start drinking more than normal, or smoking, so unhealthy behaviors. And that sometimes unmanaged stress can do to some individuals.
And I imagine that there are some symptoms involved with stress, right? That they end up coming forward.
Yes.
I've heard of signs like decreased sleep, constant fatigue. What are other symptoms that you can think of? Or signs?
Appetite, either increase or losing appetite. It can be binge drinking, or it can a lot of things. And again, sometimes it can turn violent in some people.
Even increased headaches, right? I think I've
Increased
heard of
headaches, stomach issues. So it can manifest in many different ways.
Right. So how do we manage this? What are some tips you can give us for managing, this type of stress?
One of the tips that I would suggest is good communication. Have someone that you can go and talk to. And with this job, what I found out whenever I call a complete stranger, because I get the phone book and that's how I get my calls.
Right.
People, they just want to talk to someone.
Yeah.
Without being judged. And so I take the opportunity to really provide some education and some resources to the people that I'm trying to reach.
So would you recommend making adjustments to their daily lives?
Oh yes, number one, something that I really, really put a lot of emphasis is self-care. Because you need to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. So, especially whenever you have some kind of stress at the job, self-care is important. It is good to find a time that you're gonna disconnect from work, where you're gonna connect with your loved ones, with yourself. And if you don't have to take an exotic vacation, go to Europe or anywhere else, you just can stay home and do something that you truly enjoy. I don't know, maybe cleaning some drawers, or maybe looking at some old photos, or just connecting with your loved ones.
There's something that I've done recently is I work from home, as you do, and I've opened my blinds.
Okay.
I've opened the blinds in my living room because I work from my living room. to let some natural light in, and that's something that I feel that has really helped me out a lot.
And you know what, Juan, that's funny that you say that because that's exactly what I do.
Really?
Yes, I do have a little office in my house, but it's in a corner. There is no natural light, so now I'm working from my living room because I have a big window.
Right.
And I remove the curtains, so then the sunlight can come in, and I find that one that it helps me a lot.
I thought it was just me. I'm glad that you shared
Yeah.
the same experience as well. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
that's
do
amazing.
recommend that to others. Getting the natural sunlight can really work miracles.
Yeah, that's a great recommendation, right? And so I think of stress, and then I think about other ways, like how stress in the workplace. How else can we help ourselves?
We can do also physical activities. Some people during the lunch break, they can go for a little walk around the parking lot, or maybe after work going somewhere and just jog for a little bit. I'm a swimmer. For me, really what it helps me is swimming, but I will not go into the swimming pool. I'm gonna go to a river. That's me. That's what it helps me. And so every chance that I have to go into the Guadalupe River to swim, I'm there.
Wow.
Because that works for me.
Right.
Some people find that cooking can be a stress relief. I'm sorry, I'm not a good cook, so that will not work for me. That will stress me out.
Right.
However, I don't like to see clutter, so me cleaning, it helps me.
Right.
Because
Wow.
also I'm using my time and also using my energy in something that is gonna help me to bring my stress levels down.
Yeah. Good. Good.
And so there is so many things. A lot of people, they stop drinking caffeine drinks, or maybe reducing the hamburgers that they may eat per week. And so, for me and my family, during this time, we cook more. And so we're saving more money. So that's kind of helping us. So a lot of times we just need to find little ways how we can really help ourselves.
And the smallest things can make a great difference sometimes, right?
Yes.
Sounds like, and that's one way of valuing yourself. Valuing who you are is by doing something that you enjoy doing. Something so small, like you said, maybe cleaning for some people.
Yeah.
Personally, I like to go fishing, so
Yeah.
going fishing for me is a big deal. Some people don't like it. It's hot out there, but hey,
Yeah.
I love it. And like you said earlier, taking time off. It doesn't have to be a vacation. You don't have to go out to Acapulco. You don't have to go out to Japan. It's
Yeah.
similar. Something as simple as going to Galveston, or
Yeah,
or going to the park.
And Houston, the city, within the city, there is so many amazing places where you can go and it doesn't cost you hardly anything.
Mm-hmm.
So there you can find little things where you can go. Now, a lot of people start gardening and so growing their own vegetables. So that's something that I like to do myself because I grew up with a garden.
Right.
So I kind of can go back to my old times when I was a young girl. And so there is so many little things like changing our routines. Maybe before, because our schedules were so busy that we never sat at the table to eat with our family.
Right.
A lot of families are reconnecting, and that is really, really good.
Very, very good. And
So,
yeah, and all in all, I think that we've been presented with an opportunity to do things that we made excuses for not doing before. I know my dad recently started cleaning out his garage, and so for some of us it may be, okay, well, I can't go out to eat, I can't eat healthy because I'm always in the office, or it could be I don't have time to exercise because I'm always at the office or whatnot. And so I think that now being able to work remotely, that's kind of helped for us to be able to do those things that we didn't have time for before, and so I think that what we've been kind of talking about a lot is coping skills, right?
Mhm.
And so we're talking about coping skills, and so I know another one that I've done recently is taking walks.
yes.
I feel that it has made a big difference, and in my well-being, emotionally and physically, because I take during my lunch break, now I'm starting to take walks around the building, and so I think it's a huge deal breaker. I mean, not deal breaker, but a big deal, you know, as far as me internally. It makes me feel better.
Yeah, and for me, I'm gonna tell you, I started walking early in the mornings. I get up at 6:30 in the morning and I go to the park. And I'll walk 3 miles in the morning. And then at night, I'll walk another mile with my dog. Because that's my time with my dog. So when the two of us go for a walk. So it is another way for us to, another coping skills that I have to kind of de-stress after a busy day at work.
Yeah, that's amazing. And do you think this also helps with, you know, our health? Do you think that as far as, you know, physically and, you know, I'm thinking, you know what, adding these things to our daily lives, you know, and it does help to reduce stress. You know, stress can be linked to many different health issues, right?
Yes, and actually, you know, if one of the things, instead of drinking 40 ounces of Coca-Cola, maybe reduce it to 8 ounces and then increase it the rest with water, just plain water. And instead going to a fast food restaurant to get a hamburger, maybe you want to fix yourself a salad at home. Number one, it's going to be cheaper and it's going to be healthier.
Right.
And then at the end of the day, you will end up with a little more money in your pocket. That later on we can help you to obtain some things that maybe you may wanted to do it before it because of the budget issues. You just could do it.
Right.
And you know that is something with that money can be a stressful situation.
Yes.
So sometimes whenever I talk to people, I walk with them over the phone trying to work on a budget. And they appreciate that because that can cause a lot of problems.
Right.
A lot of issues at home when money is not spent wisely. And because sadly sometimes, I'm gonna say it, there is some people who don't know how to spend money. And so and that can create an issue. And like right now, so many people have lost their jobs. So that is also a big stressor. Because with the unemployment benefits, the person doesn't really get the full amount that he or she was making before losing the job. So that is another stressor right there.
So all in all, managing these stressors, applying these coping skills, this helps you in your daily life, right? And daily life includes your work life, right?
Yes,
I mean, it helps to reduce stress in the workplace, correct?
Correct, yes.
Right.
Yes.
And so, man, I really appreciate you, you know, sitting here with me and us, you know, being able to talk a little bit. And so, again, we are Texans Recovering Together. We're a crisis counseling program. We offer free crisis counseling. We offer local resource referrals, psychoeducation for the community, and more importantly, our services are free. So if you could reach us at 833-927-1806, you will have somebody that will pick up the phone call and they will assign you a outreach worker. And so that's all I have for today. I think we're gonna provide you the information on this live. And if you have any questions, please email trt@theharriscenter.org.
And also, I wanted to add to what Juan just said. We can do families in group, or we can do individual sessions.
Right.
And our services are 100% free. And we have we can help in Spanish and in English. So thank you for enjoying our conversation.
Yeah, thank you for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You have a great day.